Imagine waking up tomorrow in the year 1025. No Wi-Fi, no coffee shops, and definitely no TikTok. But here's the shocking truth most people don't realize about medieval survival. It's not what you think. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know if you could actually make it past week 1. And trust me, the answer might surprise you. First things first, let's talk about your medieval life expectancy. And no, I don't mean your phone battery life. In 1025, if you made it to 30, you were basically the medieval equivalent of a senior citizen. But here's where it gets interesting. It wasn't actually because life was harder. It was because childhood was a survival game show nobody wanted to be on. See, if you survived to age 10, your chances of reaching 50 weren't that bad. So congratulations, modern human, you've already won the biggest lottery in history just by making it to adulthood with all your limbs. Now let's talk about something that'll make you appreciate your morning routine. Medieval hygiene. And when I say hygiene, I use that term very loosely. Your toothbrush? That's a chew stick, basically a twig you gnaw on. Your toothpaste? Crushed herbs and salt if you're lucky, dirt if you're not. And dental floss? What's dental floss? Your teeth are basically on their own medieval adventure. Bathing was a once-in-a-while event, and I mean while as in while the seasons change. People literally believed that water opened your pores to disease, so everyone smelled like they'd been marinated in medieval times, and not the fun dinner theatre kind. But here's the plot twist. Everyone smelled terrible, so nobody noticed. It's like being in a room where everyone's wearing the same terrible cologne. You'd fit right in, aromatically speaking. Let's talk food. And spoiler alert, it's not all turkey legs and mead. Your medieval diet would be grueling, see what I did there? Because you'd literally be eating a lot of gruel. Breakfast, bread and ale. Lunch, bread and ale. Dinner, if you're feeling fancy, bread and ale with some vegetables that look suspiciously like they've given up on life. Now, if you were rich, and by rich I mean you owned more than one chicken, you might get meat once a week. But here's the kicker. No refrigeration meant meat was either fresh killed or preserved in so much salt it could de-ice a medieval highway. And forget about your dietary restrictions. Lactose intolerant? Too bad, cheese is half your protein. Gluten-free? Well, I hope you really like turnips because that's your life now. Vegan? Congratulations, you're accidentally medieval because meat was for special occasions only. Now let's talk career opportunities in 1025. Your LinkedIn would be pretty empty because 90% of people were farmers. And when I say farmers, I don't mean Instagram-friendly organic farming with cute overalls. I mean backbreaking, sunrise to sunset. Please let me survive winter farming. Your work-life balance. What balance? Work was life. No weekends, no vacation days, and definitely no mental health days. Your sick leave policy was literally, don't die, we need the harvest. But here's something that might blow your medieval mind. People actually worked fewer days per year than we do. Between religious holidays, seasonal breaks, and weather delays, medieval folks had about 150 days off annually. Of course, days off meant days you don't die from exhaustion. So, speaking of weather, let's talk about the Little Ice Age. And no, that's not what they called the medieval freezer section. From around 1000 to 1300, Europe was entering a colder period. Your central heating. That's a fire in the middle of your one-room house, and you better hope the smoke finds its way out. Winter clothes were basically layer everything you own and pray. And waterproof? The only waterproof thing was your misery. One bad harvest meant famine, and one harsh winter could wipe out entire villages. Mother Nature wasn't just moody, she was downright medieval. Now, if you got sick, and you would get sick, medieval medicine was creative. Got a headache? They'd drill a hole in your skull to let the evil spirits out. And yes, people survived this, which says more about human resilience than medieval medical expertise. Your pharmacist was an herbalist who was basically guessing which plants wouldn't kill you faster than your disease. Antibiotics? Never heard of them. Your immune system was your only health insurance, and it better have been premium coverage. But here's the thing. If you survived childhood diseases with your modern immune system, you'd actually be pretty hardy compared to medieval folks. You've been vaccinated against things that used to wipe out entire communities. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. Medieval communities were tight-knit, mainly because they had to be to survive. Your neighbors weren't just people who occasionally borrowed sugar. They were your survival network, your entertainment system, and your social media all rolled into one. Storytelling was the Netflix of the medieval world. People gathered around fires sharing tales that would make modern horror movies look like bedtime stories. And the gossip? Oh, the gossip was legendary because it was literally the only news network available. So, could you survive 1,000 years in the past? Here's the surprising truth. You'd probably do better than you think. Your modern education, basic hygiene knowledge, and disease resistance would make you practically a medieval superhero. You'd know to boil water, understand basic nutrition, and could probably revolutionize their farming with simple crop rotation knowledge. You'd be like a time-traveling consultant, except your payment would be not dying. But, and this is a big medieval but, you'd have to mentally adjust to a world where your biggest entertainment was watching paint dry. Literally, because that was often the most exciting thing happening. So there you have it. Medieval survival, harder than Dark Souls, but more achievable than you thought. Could you handle the medieval lifestyle? Let me know in the comments below. And be honest, how long do you think you'd last? And if you enjoyed this trip back in time, smash that like button and subscribe for more historical reality checks that'll make you appreciate your morning coffee even more. Stay curious.